Hi Aquarius, I hope you're doing well. Aquarius, I'm sorry for the poor lighting. I'm doing this at the end of the day, but I really wanted to do your reading anyway, so hopefully the light will stay with us, at least until the remainder of the video. So this is a general message for you Aquarius, so hopefully there is something in here for you, but if it's not resonating, that's absolutely fine. Hopefully there'll be something in the next one, but you will know if the message is for you Aquarius, okay? So please don't try and force it to fit your situation. If it's truly resonating with you, your intuition will be firing on all cylinders and you will know that it is for you, because I just don't want anyone to get any misinformation moving forward. So there's no time limits on these readings either Aquarius, so whenever the message finds you, that's absolutely fine. Time is fluid and there is no boundaries. Time is a human construct. And then also you can swap and reverse the roles that I'm interpreting as well Aquarius, okay? So if I'm saying one side is you, but you're interpreting the other side and resonating with this side much more strongly, that's absolutely fine. Just swap it as you need. It's just easier if I channel it all from one perspective, because then it's a lot less confusing for me. So Aquarius, just did an extremely deep reading for Capricorn, so yeah, it might take a few minutes, well not a few minutes, but a few moments just to move out of that intense energy, unless you dive me into another intense pool of energy, but we'll see. Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Whoa, too many. There we go. Boom. Earthworm. Oh, that went really out of focus then, didn't it? I love it when I say just weird random things and then it acts as like triggers in my brain for like the next part of the message. So I was just about to say, you've gone really out of focus then, or the camera went really out of focus for a minute. And then I've never seen this before in this card, but as soon as I looked at it, it almost looked like an eye that was just like super technicolor and multicolor. And that's actually really interesting, because when I asked to move from Capricorn into your energy, first thing that I saw was like this big confetti balloon of like super color just go off in my head. So Aquarius, it's like you are only focusing right now on the things that make you happy, but the things that make you happy are things that are incredibly colorful, right? So I think I'm talking to an Aquarian that is incredibly creative, like maybe an artist. It doesn't have to be an artist, but there's something about you that is, you're looking for like the rainbows in life, you know? Perhaps you're just like, I am so sick and tired of all of the stuff that's been going on the last few months across the world. I know obviously I said that there's no dates on these readings, but you know, if it's not, if you're not watching it sort of in this current time frame that I'm recording this video, when we've just come out of the back of, don't even want to say the word, but the thing that's obviously affected the entire world recently, you know, if you've come through that dark, stressful, confusing time that we're still kind of navigating currently as a collective, or you know, if you're watching this video, you know, a year down the line or whatever, and you've just gone through a time in your life where it just wasn't as vibrant or as interesting or as colorful or as exciting or as like stimulating as an Aquarian needs, right? So now you're just like, right, that's it, I'm done with that, too mundane, too boring, time to focus on all the good stuff, the yummy stuff, the things that get me excited, the things that get me all tingly, the things that get my stomach in knots, right? That sort of excitement, like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. You know, it's that, like, Aquarius is just like, right, no, I'm focusing on those things in life. I'm seeing life now as the cup half full, not the cup half empty, and no one's gonna change my opinion. Like, it's almost coming through in quite a sort of stubborn way, right? And you're fixed air, right? And this is so Aquarian anyway, like this whole outlook, right? Because you are the people that think outside the box. You are meant to be these brighter than life personalities, like super colorful, super eccentric, always wanting to like get your fingers into the most like, you know, weirdly interesting new hobby. You know, you need that constant stimulation, Aquarius. And so you've just sort of like taken a vow. You're like, great, moving forward, I'm only focusing on the rainbows. I love that. Oh, so much lighter than the last reading that I was doing. Okay, right, another card, another card. Love it. Stomach in knots. Boom. God, I'm actually getting tired of seeing Indy now because he keeps coming out in the readings. So hold on. Give me a minute, Aquarius. Just give me 1 minute. Because this card's just come out far too much. Right, okay. Okay, so actually, what I'm really noticing in this card this time, you see this like this other figure here that looks a little bit just like it's almost like oh, this sounds so bad, and I really don't mean offense to anyone. I love all human beings. We're all, you know, here for a purpose and whatnot, but this figure here at the bottom, it's almost like it's like someone who's not like a party pooper, but someone who just is boring, right? That's sort of what's coming across. Like, it's like they're just boring, they're just dull to be around, they're a bit of a dead weight. They're just not someone that is, they're not as quick-minded as you, Aquarius, right? You need that constant stimulation. They're just not on par with that. They just don't match with that. Like, they can't keep up with you, or they can't keep up with the things that you like to do, the pace that you like to move. Whether this represents a friend, a partner, you know, or if this is just like a metaphor, or just a symbolic, you know, image to represent that period of life that you've come out of now, which is probably more what it's representing. But maybe you do have a dull friend. I don't know. I'm not passing any judgment, Aquarius. But like this character just looks really dull, right? And Indy's just like completely stamping on his head. He's like, yeah, done with that, which is exactly what I was saying before. Done with that. And now you're kind of focusing on this huge glowing orb here, right? And you see how all of his like joints are like lighting up, like his elbows, his fingertips, his head. Like there's little bits of starlight that are just starting to just shine through on parts of his body. And it's like you've missed that what was I saying about like tingles? Like you've missed that tingly excitement. You've missed like your stomach getting in knots, like, and it doesn't have to be something extreme like adrenaline sports or something, but like it's that excitement. You've missed having that. You've missed having a variation in your life. You've missed having something different to look forward to. It's just been very, very repetitive, very, very repetitive, very monotonous, very just mundane recently. Too mundane for the Aquarius. Too mundane, too boring, too unchanging for you. And now it's like, you know, actually we've got the 6 and the 3 there as well, which adds up to 9. And 9's obviously is the last full number before we move back into the 0, right? So it's like the end of the cycle. Like some people say the 10's at the end of the cycle, but for me personally, the 10's always represent the next part, the new beginning, because 0 plus 1 equals 1, therefore it's back at the start again. But, you know, the number 9 is like the very end of the cycle, and that's what I was saying. It's like you've just been like, right, we need to switch this up a little bit now. And, you know, bottom of the deck, we have the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly is like super quick moving energy, right? The way that it comes in across the pond and it just scoots across the water, like it is so fast moving. And this is like the mind of the Aquarius, right? It's so quick moving. It needs that constant changing of pace, that constant stimulation. I know I'm kind of like repeating myself, but there's something about like your mind space that has been incredibly weighted down recently, but not weighted down in like an emotional sense. It's not like you've been depressed or sad. It's not coming through like that. It's just been bored. Like Aquarius has just been bored, and that's why now, you know, you might be wanting to put a lot more of your focus on the creative arts, maybe, you know, a new hobby. It's something like that that's coming through to sort of give you that thing that's been missing recently. hold on. Which deck do I want to use next? I feel like there's a change of pace kind of coming in now. Okay. We're going to the Haunted House Tarot, so, whoa! This is... Can you stop doing that, please, Aquarius? That happened to the other deck as well. I haven't dropped the cards in ages, and... Oh, there's some reversals in here. Hold on. I haven't dropped, like, piles of cards in ages. It's almost like you're trying to scatter your energy. Like, maybe that's what's starting to come through now. It's like... I'm kind of seeing an image of, like, you know, a racehorse that hasn't, you know, they've been sort of... What the... Hold on. 1 second. Sorry, Aquarius. I've just noticed that one of the cards from the other deck that I read with has gotten into this deck. This is so weird, right? I was literally... This is so weird. I literally was just about to say that you're like this horse at the gate, right? Ready for the race to start. Like, you are just, like, scraping at the floor. You're like, let me out, let me out, let me out. I need to go, I need to go. I need freedom. I need to explore. I need stimulation. I've just been looking at the same 4 walls or doing the same routine for the last God knows how long. And it's like, you're just through, you're done with it, right? There's so much of this quick, fast-moving stimulation, this quick-moving energy that's, like, flying in, this dragonfly that's just almost like ADD, like, like, you know, it's built up in you so much, the excitement, like, I can feel it. It's like it's coursing through me now. It's built up so much that now there's this message that's just come through, like, temper, Aquarius. Temper, right? Because you're gonna burn yourself out. But that's just so weird that that card had somehow made it into this other deck. I did literally, and I was about to say, like, you just need to maybe, like, calm it down a bit, because when I was shuffling, what I was saying was that the cards just kind of spat out everywhere. It's almost like you've just scattered your energy in so many different directions, or it's not focused and it's not channeled, right? It's not directed. And because of that, it's like you're going to cause yourself burnout. Something like that. I'm going to get a bit more. I feel it's like I'm holding this deck and... Right, okay, there's another card in there. Do you see how it's, like, popping out? That was, like, the other one. So hold on, I'm just going to see what this other card is. I think it's the cards that I was reading for Capricorn. There it is. Hold on. Do I want to use these? No, I don't want to use them. I think it was just that temple one that wanted to come through. They don't feel like they have a message. Okay, anyway. Haunted house, haunted house. Calm, Aquarius. Chill out, my friend. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we've had the Devil and the King of Swords reversed come through. Sorry, the light is really starting to drop now. It's getting a little bit late. Just give me a minute, Aquarius. So the King of Swords, right, when he's in his upright, is someone who is master of the mind, right? Very directed, clear communication, clear direction, very focused. You know, it's like he's got all of, how do I say this? It's like he's got all of the avenues of his mind in order. Just wanted to be said like that. It's like, you know, he's extremely organized, he's very analytical, it's very logical, right? But when he's reversed, it's like the cracking mind, right? It's like someone who isn't in control of their mind, isn't in control of their thought patterns, isn't in control of the way that they are, or it's chaotic. It's a chaotic headspace, right? A chaotic mind space. God, the light is completely dropped now. It's okay because we're nearing the end of the video, so hopefully it'll be alright. Yeah, it's a chaotic headspace, right? It's almost like you know, I'm really just being drawn back to like these dragonfly wings and how quick it's like how quick their wings move. And that's almost, it's almost coming through as like an energetic warning, kind of. Not a warning. A warning sounds horrible. It's not a scary warning, Aquarius. But it's like this advice, this energetic advice that's coming through, that you need it's what I was saying about, like, you need to temper whatever this sudden surge of excitement and stimulation is, right? This could be like a new relationship, right? We could look at it from this perspective, right? You know, if I was just to give an example, you might be super excited about this new person that you've just met, and oh my god, like everything is like technicolor, everything's super happy, super beautiful, super exciting, but you are getting like overexcited, Aquarius. It's like someone that's getting overexcited and just needs to temper it a little bit, because if your brain or your energetic state, right, is moving too quickly, it's moving too fast, it's too chaotic, you know, like how I threw the cards everywhere by accident, you're gonna fall into this devil energy here, which is like the devil's codependency, right? Chains. So it's almost coming through as romantic now. You know, if all of your focus is on one person and you're getting incredibly excited about the new potential of it, and maybe you haven't been dating for a really long time, and suddenly it's like this new person has just come in and they've brought so much colour into your world, you know, you could very easily fall into this devil energy here now, and that's kind of what the warning is, right? Because the King of Swords reversed would also be someone who is like almost possessive, a little bit possessive, codependent with this devil energy here. And it's like, that's the, you might slip into old habits, is what I heard, Aquarius. You might slip into whole old habits or old shadow habits of you know, maybe in the past you didn't give your partner enough space, maybe you didn't have enough trust, and you struggled to contain that, because you get so excited by the prospect of this person, this, I was gonna say this project, but then I literally almost couldn't say it, so I feel like it's probably a person now that it's coming through. You get so, sorry, that's my housemate making food. I think she's pouring cereal. You get so excited at the prospect of this that there is a real chance that if you don't temper this dragonfly energy here of the mind, of the dreams, the visionings, because what was I saying about the King of Swords, right? I said earlier, so this is why I say everything that pops into my head, because it doesn't necessarily make sense the moment it comes through, but it might make sense later on in the reading. So I was saying that the King of Swords, when he's upright, right, has all of his avenues of his brain in order, right? And I started saying about like dreams, like your aspirations, your vision, right, for what this potentially could be, this colourful little gem here, and it's like, if you don't temper your forward planning for the future, or, you know, like you're getting so excited at the potential of it and the possibilities, that maybe you might end up like pinning your hopes too much on something. I'm not saying that whatever this isn't going to work. That's absolutely not what I'm saying at all, Aquarius. But what I'm saying is that it might make you come across a bit too intense, right? That's all it is. It might come across, you might end up coming across a bit too intense too quickly for this person, and because of that, that could cause the situation to not blossom as beautifully as it wants to, right? because it is a beautiful situation. Like, look at all this technicolor color, and that's why you're getting so excited. You're like, oh my god, this is beautiful, this is so exciting. I've had no action in such a long time. You know, it's that kind of thing. Like, you're just so overstimulated and so overexcited, and you can just imagine all these potentials and all these possibilities with this dragonfly energy. But it's just like that advice to just don't slip into old habits. Okay, don't slip into some codependency. Don't slip into overthinking things too much. You know, worrying, anxiety over things. Don't slip into thinking too far ahead into the future, right? It's just that's the kind of advice that's wanting to come through. That's kind of where the reading wants to end. But yeah, I feel like that probably rounded out how it needed to. Basically, Aquarius is super excited about something that's come into their life. Super excited, super stimulated, and you just need to chill a little bit, Aquarius, but in the best possible way, because I do want to say you do have this little multicolored gem here, and there's a lot of beautiful potential, but you just need to temper, just chill a little bit, just chill, breathe, it's all good, it's all happy. Okay, Aquarius. Alright, I hope there's something in there for you, that reading. I hope it resonated with someone out there. But Aquarius, thank you for joining me for your reading. I hope there was something in there for you. If there wasn't, hopefully there will be in the next one. And Aquarius, I hope you have a lovely day. Take care and lots of love. Mwah. Bye.